it's me. Right, guys, welcome to this live stream here between the Glasgow Warriors and the Sharks. Yeah, what a great day it's been so far. The Springboks beating the All Blacks in a massive thriller of a game. I see you guys have been waiting for me already, welcome to the stream. David Kutsa says, Kom Guru. So, yeah, we're in for this live stream here today, guys. Don't forget to press that like button and share and subscribe to this channel as well if you are new. We're looking forward to a really phenomenal game, and yeah, maybe the Sharks can do us proud as well today. Maybe do what the Bulls couldn't do last night. I honestly do hope that we can get away with a victory here today. Just watching the Benetton versus Edinburgh game now, and it's a close, hard-fought battle between these two sides as well today. So I do got a poll up on the channel, guys, at the moment, who will win this game. So 60%, 55% says Sharks, while 45% says it's going to go to Glasgow Warriors today. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how this game is going to pan out. Andre Warren says, hi again, how's it going, Andrew? We are beaming with proud for the Springboks that won this morning. So yeah, it's been a good day so far. Can the Sharks make the day even better? We'll have to wait and see, though, whether they've got what it takes. Let's quickly go through the team lineups for this game as well. We're going to start off with the Sharks side. So this is the Sharks side that's going to play today. Kevin Bosch, Japenke, Vanna Kok, Murray Costa, Takir Abrams, Boeta Chamberlain, Ruan Pienaar en Pepsi Buthelezi, Gerard Grobler, Dylan Richardson, Ruben van Heerden, Leroux Roots, Thomas de Toey, Fes Mbata, and Kwesi Mona to fill up the Sharks side today. So when you look through this Sharks lineup, I didn't watch the full game last weekend because I got angry at half time basically. So I stopped watching it from there. But going by what we've seen so far, the Shark side will really need to step up from last week's defeat to Munster. And I mean, it is only Glasgow Warriors. They're not the greatest side in the competition, so there's always hope for the Sharks to win this one. The likes of Kevin Bosch moving to fullback. I personally feel he is a better fullback than a fly-off, so I'm happy where he's at now. But overall, I'm not stoked with this Shark side overall. I don't think Vanna Kok is the answer at outside centre for us. His defence sometimes lack quite badly, so you don't want that in the midfield. Then Takir Abrams is starting to make a name for himself in the side as well. Boeta Chamberlain, a lot has been said about him, so hopefully he will come to the front foot at some stage. Ruan Pienaar, back where he belongs in the Sharks jersey. He just looks so much younger in the Sharks jersey. Looking back in his time with the Cheetahs, he looked very old. So I know he's old, but he looks so much younger in that Sharks jersey. Then Pepsi Buthelezi had a great game last weekend. Dylan Richardson is a good player, and expecting a lot from Leroux Roots today, as well as from Fes Mbata, who comes in for Kieran van Vieren. So hopefully this Shark side will make us proud today as well. Let's quickly go and have a look through the Glasgow team. Not so familiar with them, might struggle a little bit today. Cole Forbes at 15, then Carl Steyn, Sione Tuipoloto, Sam Johnson, Rufus McLean, Ross Thompson and George Horn in the backline, and Jack Dempsey, Thomas Gordon, Ryan Wilson, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, Murray McCullum, Fraser Brown, and Jamie Barty. So yeah, it's not been that bad for Glasgow as well. They lost their opening game as well last week. Looking at the guys here, Carl Steyn, Sam Johnson, George Horn, Jack Dempsey, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, Fraser Brown, and Jamie Barty, all international players here for Glasgow Warriors. So yeah, expect a Scottish onslaught from this Glasgow side today. Hopefully the Sharks can pull it off and make us really proud. Let's go and have a look at the benches for this teams both. George Sterner, Brad Thayer, Murphy Walker, Lewis Beam, Ali Miller, Jamie Boddy, Peter Horn, and Strafford McDowell. So the names that stand out there for Glasgow is George Sterner and also Peter Horn, who all international players for Scotland. Then for the Sharks, Kieran van Vieren, Natuko Machuna, Lawrence Adriaanse, Hiron Andrews, Timbalani Boli, James Venter, Tian Meyer, and Jeremy Ward. So the Sharks going with a bomb squad today. Let's see whether the Sharks bomb squad will be up for the challenge today. Just removing this real quickly, going through the comment sections that has come through so far. Andrew Warren says, I'm so stoked about the Boks win. Epic game. It was a massive game, and I might have been a little bit harsh on the referee, but I just felt he had a really bad game. I mean, he nearly cost us the game there at the end. Luckily for us, he came through at the end, seeing the penalty through for South Africa. So, Johannes Payne says, Stormers will make us proud today. They're playing up against Munster. It's going to be a tough battle for the Stormers to win against Munster. We saw how the Sharks fell to pieces last week against that Munster side. Sean Liam Molly says, do you think the referee was bad last night in the Bulls game? A lot of moaning on Twitter. So, look, I couldn't really say. I wasn't in a state to really judge, Sean. If you watch my live stream from last night, I'm not proud of it, but I did get a little bit carried away with the bottle last night, so don't remember too much of the game. I just know the Bulls got a massive hiding, and they're not nearly as good as we've made the Bulls out to be from a South African perspective. They got absolutely hammered by Connacht, so I don't know. Andrew Warren says, I think the refs have been good. Just the South African teams that has been really bad so far. And I have to agree with you there. I think it's just poor play from South African teams overall so far. I mean, even the Lions coming back to earth yesterday with their loss against the Scarlets yesterday. A massive victory for them as well. So 0 out of 2 for the weekend. Can the Sharks turn that around today? We'll have to wait and see. Kickoff should be in around 15 minutes time when we go live for that game between Glasgow and the Sharks. So Benetton and Edinburgh is currently playing. Edinburgh leading by 27-25 here with about 3 minutes to go in this game. So a very tightly contested game here between the two sides. And we'll see how it goes. Justice Server 1 has commented there that we brought in Fez ahead of Kieran van Vieren at hooker. So nothing against Kieran van Vieren. He's a very lively hooker, but I do feel that his lineouts aren't 100% at times, Justice Server 1. So hopefully Fez Mbata will do better in that regard, really. But I'm not expecting a lot from the Sharks, win or lose today. Still a proud Shark supporter all around. I even got an ice bucket today sent through the post. So from now on, I will have my ice in the Shark bucket in the future. So I'll support them whether they win or lose. I personally just feel that they need to shift the coaching staff. I have nothing against Sean Everett, but I don't think he's the right person to lead the Sharks in the future. I know we short a lot of Springboks, and it's been this whole bubble of COVID and all that nonsense. So maybe we should give them a bit of time, but patience are definitely starting to run out at times. So hopefully that will improve over the course of time. But not a lot of hope for the Sharks today. Andre Warren, when will the Sharks have this Spocker back? I don't know if they're going to be available at all, Andrew, because like we know, the November tests are coming up. So maybe they'll try and stay sharp, maybe bring in a couple of players. But I just don't see that happening real soon. Maybe the French players will get a bit of game time. But apart from that, I can't see our Springboks really coming back and playing. Justice Server 1 says agreed on the coach guru. Thank you for that comment, Justice Server. So it is what it is, guys. There's about a minute and a half to go in this game between Glasgow and Edinburgh, and it's going to come down to the wire. So it looks like Edinburgh is going to pull this through at the end of this game with a minute to go. Basically, they've won a penalty from just outside their own 22. So they will survive this Benetton onslaught, I think. But yeah, looking forward to the Sharks game, guys. Let me know in the comments section who you think is going to win this game. Obviously, I do have the poll up with 27 votes so far. 63% have said the Sharks will win it, and then 37 said Glasgow. I backed the Sharks today on my Super Brew as well, so hopefully they won't disappoint me like the Bulls did last night, because I honestly felt that they were definitely going to win Connacht, but in the end got hammered. So you never know what to expect from these teams. David Kutzer says you look ready for action with your camo. Yeah, no. I wanted to put on my Springbok jersey, but it's way too small for me these days. Simslayer, should I watch the match? I don't know, Simp. It's up to you, man. Like I said, I don't expect a lot from the Sharks today. As a Sharks supporter, I will be backing them and hoping that they win. But we have to be realistic as well, because things have not looked good for us in this competition so far. And if we can get our box back, it would be great. But I'm not banking on them returning real soon. Andrew Warren asks, would be sad if you don't get them back and they don't get a run for the Bokke. Absolutely. And then Justice Server 1 says, how many international players does Glasgow have? So let's quickly go through that Glasgow team again. I know Carl Steyn plays international, Sam Johnson, George Horn, Jack Dempsey, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, Fraser Brown and Jamie Butty I'm 100% sure about, but not so sure about the rest. So yeah, if you look at it from my knowledge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 internationals in that starting lineup here for Glasgow Warriors today. And if you compare it to the Sharks side, which currently have Kevin Bosch, only Kevin Bosch, Ruan Pinard, that's 2. Yeah, three international players in the Sharks side. So it's 8 up against 3 today. Can the Sharks pull it off? I never looked at it that way before. So we're 5 internationals less than what Glasgow Warriors have got today. And here comes Benetton on the end. Time is up on the clock, and they're on halfway attacking. So 2 points behind. A penalty will win it for Benetton. We've had plenty of drama already today. Gregor Galway says at Simslayer maybe, and then Gregor Galway also says Warriors are good. They're not bad, but let's be honest, they're not playing they never played the Pro 14 on fire, except for I think it was 2015 when they last won the competition. So yeah, you're expecting Glasgow to really give the Sharks a massive go, because they're the best team in Scotland. So, like I said, not sure what to expect from the game, but about 5 minutes away from that game as well, guys. I'm going to take a really quick break, so don't go anywhere, but when I do come back, we will be getting ready for that game, so please don't go anywhere. Right, guys, we are back, and the game haven't started yet, so it should start in about 5 minutes' time from now. Looking forward to see whether the Sharks can really get. I think the Springbok victory will give them a massive boost today. So a drop goal from Benetton in the last, overtime basically, and they've won the game against Edinburgh today. So a massive victory for Benetton here at the Dev. And congratulations to Benetton. I had Edinburgh for a victory here today, so that's an upset in my books. But anyway, let's see. Justice Server 1 says LaRue Roots definitely got a Bok jersey coming. And then Gregor Galway says, wow, Benetton Whitehouse has the whistle. Ben Whitehouse, I don't know too much about him, Gregor, so do let me know what's up with him. Cryptian says Benetton win last kick of the game, drop goal. Yeah, so we just saw that, and Benetton has just won the game. Incredible victory for them in the end as well. So yeah, now our attention shifts back to the Sharks and Glasgow. We're going to go through the team. Let's go through the Sharks team one more time. This is the lineup for the Sharks today. Kevin Bosch, Japenke, Vanna Kok, Murray Costa, Takir Abrams, Boeta Chamberlain, Ruan Pina, then Pepsi, Buthelezi, Gerbrand Grobler, Dylan Richardson, Ruben van Heerden, LaRue Roots, Thomas de Toey, Fes Mbata, and Kwesi Mona. So looking forward to see how Murray Costa do today in that number 12 jersey, along with Takir Abrams and Boeta Chamberlain are the youngsters and up-and-coming players for the Sharks. So looking forward to what they can do. And then also Pepsi, Buthelezi, Dylan Richardson, LaRue Roots, and Fes Mbata has caught my attention for this game quite a bit. So let's hope they will have a really good game today. We'll go through the Glasgow team as well real quickly. So Cole Forbes, Carl Steyn, Sione Tui Pilato, Sam Johnson, Rufus McLean, Ross Thompson, George Horn. Then the forwards, Jack Dempsey, Thomas Gordon, Ryan Wilson, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, Murray McCullum, Fraser Brown, and Jamie Barty. The international players that comes to my mind here, Carl Steyn, I think, play for Italy. Then, or is he playing for Scotland? I'm not sure. Then Sam Johnson, Scotland International, George Horn, Scotland International, Jack Dempsey, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, and then also Fraser Brown and Jamie Barty. So a very, very formidable Glasgow team here today as well. The benches here again for the Sharks and Glasgow today. For Glasgow, we've got George Turner, Brian Thayer, Murphy Walker, Lewis Beam, Ali Miller, Jamie Dobby, Peter Horn, and Stafford McDowell. Then for the Sharks, Kieran van Vieren, Ntuko Machuna, Lawrence Adrianse, Hiron Andrews, Timberlani Bowley, James Venter, Tian Meyer, and Jeremy Ward. Obviously, guys like Tian Meyer's coming from the Cheetahs to help support the Sharks. And then looking forward to see what James Venter and Chuka Machuna can do for the Sharks side. Kieran van Vieren obviously also a valuable player there for the Sharks on the bench today. Right, let's see. Benetton to win the URC back-to-back, says Justice Server 1. Cryptian, they won the Rainbow Cup, not the URC. That's true. A completely different ball game altogether. And then Sportswoods HD says, great to see Treviso win. So that's 2 out of 2 for them. And a brilliant start to their campaign as well. Justice Server 1 says, Kervin out of form. Would like to see Anthony Foreman take the 15 jersey and Lionel Cronje at 10. Yeah, it's true. Lionel Cronje's had some really good games for the Sharks at 10. But Kervin definitely not out of form, all out of sorts. And hopefully he can regain that type of form that made him such a valuable player to the Sharks side as well. You want to play who was the man of the match at the Springboks? I'm not sure. I didn't even look after that. I was so delighted with the victory, Johan, that it was the last thing on my mind. But if I have to quickly think at the way South Africa played, I think Dwayne Vermeulen needs to get a lot of accolades for his attempts at the breakdown, and it's honestly because of him that we actually won that game. And then Francois Steyn was almost near to perfect when he came on in that second half as well. So yeah, it's a tough call to who the man of the match was. We can have a look at it a little bit later on. And Sportswits HD says the Rainbow Cup is completely different to the URC. Treviso won 0 games last year in the Pro 14, which is true. And now they've won 2 out of 2. So that's why I said it was quite a big upset, really, if you look at the broader things or take things into perspective. You would almost say that that is a massive upset. Sportswits HD says, I back the Sharks for this fixture. I think it will be a close game though. So I also got the Sharks to win this game, Sportswits HD. But having seen the Bulls perform as poorly as they did last night against Connacht, one have to really wonder how good the South African teams really are. And this is the greatest platform to showcase that, to see whether they're up to song with the rest of the United Rugby Championship teams. And for me, it's just not happened so far for South Africa. So sorry to admit it, but we've actually been really, really poor at times. And don't want to jinx it for the Sharks, not at all. I would love for the Sharks to win this game, so backing them all the way to win this one. But you just never know what might happen in this one. Johannes Payne says Dwayne was man of the match. So that was my first initial thought, Johannes. He was a monster at the breakdown, making life really hard for the All Blacks at the breakdown, winning that vital penalty that we would have wanted to win. Albert Trutter, the gambler, says bookies have Glasgow as firm favourites, but hopefully Sharks can do it. So if you want to make some money and you're willing to risk it, you could go for the Sharks today to win this game. A little bit late for me now to make a bet, but I would definitely have put some money on the Sharks to win this one. But then again, 8 internationals up against 3 very average internationals really from South Africa. It could become a long day for the Sharks as well. Who knows? So yeah, we're a little bit late for this game, I think. Not sure why there's no coverage just yet, but we'll probably cross over to the match any second now. Hopefully it's not going to be one of those games where it's already started and we have to catch up to what is happening, like with the Stormers last week, I think, against Benetton it was, when you had to cross over a little bit late for the game after the Wallabies and the Pumas. Right, so just patiently waiting. Ben Whitehouse, he's from Wales, so he will be the referee for today's game. Don't know too much about him. He debuted in 2014. So assistant referees Finley Brown, Dux McClelland and Ian Davis as the TMO for this one. Right, William Bam says go Sharks. Albert Trutter, Sharks still celebrating box win. Hopefully that will definitely boost the Sharks today, hopefully. Let's really hope that is the case today, and it will give the Sharks a little bit of momentum going forward into this game, but it's highly unlikely, so I'm not banking my money on that. Let's just put up the first half sign there. So no, they haven't come out onto the field just yet. So yeah, a biggish crowd, one could say, for this game. A lot of support for Glasgow Warriors here today. So still nobody onto the field. The Glasgow Warriors playing the Sharks today, and hopefully the Sharks can pull off a miracle and win this game today. I guess the Sharks will be playing in their white jerseys again, as there will be a clash of colours with Glasgow playing in blue and black. So yeah, maybe we should just go through the team lineup one more time, guys, for those of you who are just joining in. For the Sharks, Kevin Bosch, Jaap Penke, Vanna Kok, Murray Costa, Dakir Abrams, Boeta Chamberlain, Ruan Pienaar. Then we've got Pepsi Buthelezi, Gerbrand Grobler, Dylan Richardson, Ruben van Heerden, Leroux Roots, Thomas de Toey, Fes Mbata, and Kwesi Mona. Going to have a look at the Glasgow team for today. Cole Forbes, Kyle Steyn, Sione Tui Pilato, Sam Johnson, Rufus McLean, Ross Thompson, George Horn, then Jack Dempsey, Thomas Gordon, Ryan Wilson, Scott Cummings, Richie Gray, Murray McCullum, Fraser Brown, and Jamie Barty for the Glasgow Warriors. Then quickly going to have a look at the benches for both sides. For the Glasgow Warriors, we've got George Turner, Brad Thayer, Murphy Walker, Lewis Beam, Ali Miller, Jamie Dobby, Peter Horn, and Stafford McDowell. Then for the Sharks, Kieran van Vieren, Natuka Machuna, Lawrence Adriaanse, Hiron Andrews, Tembelani Bowley, James Venter, Tian Meyer, and Jeremy Ward. So let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think of the respective teams playing today. We also got the poll up running. We've got 64 votes, 66% saying the Sharks will win it, while 34% says it's going to go the way of Glasgow. Then Justice Silver 1 said Frans Steyn was massive for us. Definitely back him to make the 15 jersey. And then Fantastic Charisma says, Guru is my new favorite streamer. Very enthusiastic, he says. Thank you for that one. Albert Truter says, will be very interesting when those strong European teams tour in South Africa. South Africa is a tough place to tour. And, you know, I never took that into consideration. You know, the Sharks have always been a good touring side in Super Rugby. So hopefully they can bring that over to the URC. And then William Bam said, what happened to the Lions match? So Scarlets hammered the Lions in that game as well. Justice Silver one says, Thomas needs to lead by an example today. And then what's the score? So the game is going to kick off any time now, guys. Ben Whitehouse is the referee for today. So we're about to get this game underway. It's Kevin Bosch who will get this game underway for us. So looking forward to a massive game from the Sharks today. Right, Kevin Bosch to get this game underway for us. Just waiting for the referee now. Taking his time to start this game for us. Right, just waiting on. This is quite embarrassing from the referee. Right, here we go. The start of this game, guys, and here we go. Kevin Bosch with the kickoff is another deep kick in from the Sharks, and taken by by Glasgow, and off with the run almost immediately is Glasgow kicking that ball further inside the 22. Now Kevin Bosch needs to get back after this ball, tries to beat a couple of defenders, and under pressure very early on is Kevin Bosch, who have to clear that ball for the Sharks. It's going to be a line out to Edinburgh, 10 meters from the Sharks try line. Rufus McLean having a clean break there, kicking that ball forward and putting the Sharks under tremendous pressure, and nothing that Kevin Bosch could really do about it. Just clearing that ball 10 meters out from his own try line. So line out front coming from Fraser Brown now for Glasgow. They're actually playing in a light blue and white jersey today is Glasgow. Sharks in black. Right, a maul has been set up here by Glasgow. Turner's got the ball, or Fraser Brown, sorry, has got the ball at the back of this maul here, and they're driving forward now. Big drive here from them, and that ball has gone down. Is there penalty advantage coming? No, says the referee, play on. So quick ball coming back now for Edinburgh. A good little run, and it's a try to Glasgow in the first minute of this game, coming through the fly of Ross Thompson, who gets the first try of this game, and that's a terrible, terrible start here for the Sharks. A brilliant start to Glasgow Warriors, and they open up the scoreboard with a try under the post, so I'll make it 7-0 already. There's no way he can miss that conversion. So after just 2 minutes of play, it's 7 points to 0 to Glasgow, and just a horrible start. Beautiful time pass from Sam Johnson there to the fly off Ross Thompson, who gets the first try of the game for the Glasgow Warriors. Right, so 7 points to 0 it is, guys, and if you're a Shark supporter, you have just blinked your eyes and we're trailing already. Yeah, Mark Bromfield says, hi Guru, hope the Sharks can make us proud and SA supporters because it's been a bad start to the championship. First minute says Justin Silver 1. Right, so here we go now, guys. The restart now from Kevin Bosch. And it's another deep kick in from him. Taken beautifully by Thompson, the fly-off of Glasgow. Waiting now for it is George Horn, another international for Scotland. Inside his own 22 now, going with the box kick over the top. And a chase coming here from them. And a beautifully picked up by Glasgow Warriors, but knocked on in the offload. So at least the Sharks will have to put into the scrum. No, it's not. It's a penalty to Glasgow, just inside the half of the Sharks. So I guess I don't know what's up with the knock on then. So not coming back for that knock on. So penalty to Glasgow between the 10 and the halfway line, and Thompson can kick this into touch. Where will he find touch? Terrible start here for the Sharks today after just 3.5 minutes of play. The kick downfield, and it's going to find touch round about 15 meters out from the Sharks try line. And what a start from the Glasgow Warriors. Johannes Payne says, all over, Stormers will make us proud. Yeah, no, Uncle Van Dijk says, go Sharks. William Bam says, Shark can do it. Cheetahs won most of their home games against European teams. Stavanger won. So here comes the throw in, beautifully taken by Glasgow Warriors, and they form another maul inside the 22 now of the Sharks. Good counter maul from the Sharks though. Now comes out to Thompson again, straightening the line here, just short of the 22 now. Turner out to Thompson again. Good defense from Dylan Richardson. Good counter ruck from the Sharks. And LaRue have picked it up for the Sharks now. Just outside the 22 of the Sharks now. The ball do come out, but it spills a bit loose. Intercept here from Glasgow. And on the attack they go now. Great little run here from inside the 22. It's the number 6, Ryan Wilson, who sets it up for Glasgow. Now Thompson with a little stab through, but shots down from the Sharks now. And here they come. The Sharks still coming. Putta Chamberlain has picked it up beautifully now. Fesman Barter on the 10-meter line here inside Glasgow. So half, here we come now. Chamberlain, long cut up pass to Kevin Bosch, puts it to the boot, looking for space in behind. The bounce of the ball is a beauty, and it's going to be a Sharks lineup because of the 50-22 rule. Kevin Bosch kicking it from inside his half and finding touch inside the half of 22 of Glasgow. So a beautiful kick there from Kevin Bosch, allowing the Sharks an opportunity inside about 10 meters out from Glasgow's try line. Clever use of the 50-22 rule. Right, William Bam says, strange how the Northern Hemisphere surpassed the Southern counterparts over the past few years. And then KSVD says, what did I say? Line out, well, it was actually a Glasgow put-in, so not sure about that one. Maybe it's because the pass was back into the half though. But here comes a penalty. Is it the penalty to the Sharks? Yes, it is. So 10 meters from the try line, the Sharks have won a penalty, I think, for obstruction. Chance now for the Sharks. Kick it to touch, man. No, they're not going to kick for touch. They're going to go for the three-pointer here. So, three-pointer coming up for the Sharks now. A little bit confused why it was a Glasgow put-in, but I think it's because the pass was carried back into the halfway. So the assistant referee initially gave this line out to the Sharks, but then turned it around and gave it to Glasgow. So Kevin Bosch now lining up this kick about 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line, just outside of the 22. So not that easy of a kick coming up for them. Can Kevin Bosch get this kick over for the box? Not for the box, for the Sharks. I'm stuck in the box game for now. Right, so Kevin Bosch lining this up now. Can he get the first points for the Sharks in this game? 7 minutes played, and a chance now for the Sharks to get back into this game. The kick coming up from Kevin Bosch. He lines it up, and that one is going to miss to the left of the post, I think it is. So, yeah. Bad start for the Sharks all over again. 7.5 minutes gone in this one, and Glasgow can now restart it from their own 22-meter line. Right, Thompson to restart this one, kicks it downfield into the hands of Buddha Chamberlain. Now Pepsi Budalesi on the 10-meter line. He's going to attack the line. Good double tackle from Glasgow now. Ruan Pienaar gets it back to Buddha Chamberlain. Goes with a kick downfield. Yapenka is chasing but caught beautifully by Glasgow. Now Thompson can thump it downfield again. And what a kick downfield. Catch by Chamberlain inside the 22. Now Kervin Bosch. He's going to go with a kick downfield. Straight down the middle it goes, and still rolling. Just short of the try line. And now the kick from Glasgow is going to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. So the Sharks now with an opportunity with an attacking line out. Not too bad start then in the end after conceding that opening try already. And Johannes Payne says Kervin is like Pollard. Then Rian Slabbert says we must not ban. I'm not blind, just saying, says H.D. Martin. Somers for a win. Well, I don't know, but against Munster, I don't know, man. Right, Fesenbarter throws this ball in, and it's been wrapped up by Glasgow now. And here they come again now. Jack Dempsey up to the 10-meter line inside Sharks territory now. Here they come now. Attack from George Horn, gets it out to Thompson again now. And to Ipolata over halfway. Breaks through the middle. And another advantage coming now for Glasgow Warriors. Just short of the 22. Turner gets it out to Thompson. Thompson to Ipolata. Long cut-out pass for him. Beautifully collected by Richie Gray. And over the 22 goes Jack Dempsey. Now 10 meters from the try line. Turner again. Gives it out to Ryan Wilson. Still about 7 or 8 meters out from the Sharks try line. Here they come again. Fraser Brown taking it up for Glasgow Warriors. Now Turner again goes quickly. Just out to the forwards, just setting it up nicely for them. Comes back for Glasgow Warriors now, taken up there by Murray McCullum. Out wide I go Thompson to the fullback Forbes. Making a couple of meters though. And still coming is McCullum now. 4 meters out from the Sharks try line is Glasgow now. Here comes Fraser Brown again. Good defense from the Sharks. Now Turner gets it out to Richie Gray. Offloads to Carl Steyn. Carl Steyn going. But the referee's going to call them back now. I think for another penalty to Glasgow. 10 minutes gone in this first half. And the Sharks defense needs to hold out. Right, not sure whether it's a penalty or not, guys. We'll have to wait and see. I don't have any audio, so is it going to be a penalty to Glasgow? 5 meters out from the try line, run in front of the sticks. Now he's going to move it a little bit further to the left. Is Brett Whitehouse, I think it is. Yeah, penalty to Glasgow about 10 meters in field. So they're going to go with another kick to touch, I think it is. Is Glasgow. What the Sharks were supposed to do and not go for goal instead. 11 minutes gone in this first half now. And we might just have to stop that clock real quickly. So still 29 minutes to go in this first half. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Just taking an injury break at the moment here. Not sure who they are attending to, but yeah, it's not looking good. It's not a great start from the Sharks either way. And they'll truly have to pull up their socks going into the rest of this first half. So Thompson is going to kick this into touch here. 5 meters out from the Sharks try line now. And a great opportunity for them. 5 meters out from the try line. Christian says, come on Sharks. Albert says, Ergies on the bench tomorrow. I said the Sharks will lose as KSVD. And then Andrew Warren says, at least we have one South African in a winning team. LOL. Right, here comes Glasgow Warriors now. Just 5 meters out from the try line. The Sharks have done well to disrupt that driving maul. And now they need to defend here on their own try line. Glasgow just going to pick and go from here. Moving their way forward, just 3 meters out now from the try line. Working it through the forwards. It's Scott Cummings taking it up now. It's another drive here from Glasgow. 2 meters out from the try line here of the Sharks. And it's not looking too good for the Sharks at the moment. Now good defense again from the Sharks, but a penalty advantage coming the way of Glasgow at the moment. Turner waiting for this ball at the back now. Driven back